In the meantime, let's get you the details that are now coming after the cabinet has approved the One Nation, One Poll bill, and exclusive details that are now coming off the bill, which exactly entails of simultaneous elections of the Lok Sabha, the state assemblies, and the local bodies in a phased manner. And however, when it comes to the details that have now been accessed of possible mid-term poll process, both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha to have synchronized 5-year term. This is the scoop one happens in the case when it comes to deferred polls. Let's get in a word from Pragya, who's joining us live this morning. Pragya, good morning. How will the House be synced to the General Assembly elections as far as when it comes to the synchronization seems to be the key here when it comes to the Lok Sabha simultaneously happening with the state assemblies across?
Amita, you are absolutely right. Synchronizing is the key word. There are some articles that have been introduced and inserted in the amendment bill. In fact, there is an amendment to the constitution that the parliament will be moving when this bill is being tabled. We are given to understand this bill is coming on Monday and it will be introduced and is likely to be sent to JPC for more consultation. Because you need 2/3 of majority for few amendments, you need 50% of the state on your side. So the government is also in the process of acquiring, accent of various parties, and the process has been going on for quite some time now. What we are given to understand that both Lok Sabha and legislative assemblies will be synchronized in terms of 5 years, respective of the first meetings. And this is, the standard would be the general election, House of People. If it is dissolved in between, then only the terms, if there is a fresh election, then the new government will continue only to the term of the previous election. So there is no discontinuation. There is a systematic synchronization between the Lok Sabha and Assembly election, and so is the case for the Assembly election, I would say, because there is also a clause insertion of Article 82A, which means that the President, by the public notification, will bring into force the provision of this particular amendment bill. So the power has been given to President also to announce at a suitable date wherever she would, wherever the President deemed fit to bring in this particular notification into implementation. Then there is a clause about the term of legislative assemblies also in any general election held after appointed date and before the expiry of the full term of the parliament. There should be the term of all legislative assemblies will be fixed according to that. If there is a legislative assembly that is going to the polls after the general election, the elections can be conducted at the time of the general election, and for that you need accent of all the state governments as well. But our president, by virtue of putting a provision and also issuing a notification, can give an effect to that. Also, there is a role of election commission, where election commission shall conduct general elections for the parliament general election and also for the legislative assembly simultaneously with the necessary modifications. They also have to be prepared, and they will be prepared for that. There is also a clause for the deferred election, but I would say the most interesting would be the Article 82, which has been inserted, because the president will be given, has been given a power for issuing a public notification. Also, this would mean that the simultaneous election is going to be a reality as soon as this bill is passed by the both houses of the parliament.
We're expecting this to happen in the ongoing winter session. But Pragya, more importantly, when it comes to the technicalities that are involved, because previously, whether be it in the 1950s or by 1967, the Lok Sabha and the Assembly elections were held simultaneously. How was this when it comes to that cycle that was disrupted due to midterm elections, and when it comes to such disruptions that led to the imposition of the Model Code of Conduct, which according to the government it hampers governance and development? How that such kind of a situation, Pragya, be avoided?
So basically, there is also a provision, remember high-level committee that was led by former President Mr. Ramnath Kovind. They prepared a very heavy document of 18,000 pages. The report was submitted, and this bill has taken on leave from that particular report very heavily. And in fact, it is on the suggestion of that particular commission that this bill has been prepared. The draft has been prepared. So, when there is a disruption, when there is a break, when there is no confidence motion, when assembly get dissolved, it will continue till the term of its till its end term. The fresh government that will come into force will only be continuing till the end of that term, irrespective, whether it is a fresh election or not. This will synchronize the elections with the Lok Sabha election, because you cannot change the date of Lok Sabha election, and you just have to adjust, assemblies vis-a-vis the parliament election. So even if there is a case with the Lok Sabha election also similarly, if it get dissolved midway, then it is the election that will be held will be called midterm election and not full elections. So they will continue till the end of the term, and then there will be fresh elections after that, which is a very rare sort of possibility as far as parliament elections are concerned. So
All
there
right.
is a systematic way of doing it. The government